how much would a woodchuck chuck is an American English language tongue twister. The woodchuck, from Algonquian wejack, is a kind of marmot regionally called groundhog. The complete beginning of the tongue twister usually goes, how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. The tongue twister relies primarily on alliteration to achieve its effects, with 5 W sounds interspersed among 5 CH sounds. Answers: A traditional, if nonsensical, response to the question is, A. Woodchuck would chuck all the wood he could chuck, if a woodchuck could chuck wood. A 1957 Associated Press piece refers to the question as a riddle which beats the Sphinx, since it's still unanswered. A more concrete answer was published by the Associated Press in 1988, which reported that a New York fish and wildlife technician named Richard Thomas had calculated the volume of dirt in a typical 30-foot-long woodchuck burrow, and had determined that if the woodchuck had moved an equivalent volume of wood, it could move about 700 pounds on a good day, with the wind at his back. Another study, which considered chuck to be the opposite of upshuking, determined that a woodchuck could ingest 361.9237001 cubic centimeters of wood per day. Origin: the origin of the phrase is a 1902 song, the Woodchuck Song, written by Robert Howard Davis for Faye Templeton in musical The Runaways. The lyrics became better known in a 1904 version of the song written by Theodore Morse, with a chorus of, how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, which was recorded by Ragtime Roberts, in 1904. The tongue twister is documented as folklore in 1972 at Farmington, Michigan. It is used in the title of Werner Herzog's 1976 film How Much Would a Woodchuck Chuck, a documentation of the World Livestock Auctioneer Championship in New Holland, Pennsylvania. Popular culture: Google features this tongue twister as an Easter egg in its Google search in Google Now. See also, alliteration, announcer's test, malapropism, spoonerism, Theophilus thistle. References